All right, so it's time for the December reading list, and I know I'm a little late, and you'll notice that I'm not in my normal office. That is because we moved to a house while we built. So we're in a temporary place. So this is the kitchen. So at any moment, a dog could bark, a kid could run through, doorbell, ring, chaos. So I had this timed down to about 15 minutes of quiet, I think. So a lot to go over, and before I get to the December reading list, I'm just going to run through some things as they are placed in front of me here. But as you know, I like to talk about gear, of course, and I got to shoot this thing. It's the Scorpion, the SIG GSX. Anyway, I always mess up those what it's called, but anyway, this thing is awesome. And it comes in this awesome box from the Custom Works shop, and right here. So I got to shoot this thing about 2 months ago or so out in New Hampshire, and this thing is awesome. But it felt like I was shooting my old 226. So I don't even know how to describe what it felt like, other than saying this is probably going to be my everyday carry going forward. I have the guys at Black Point Tactical making a couple holsters for me for this, and yeah, it just feels good. It felt great to shoot. So I think this could be the one going forward. So that is that. All right, awesome. Box was sweet too. All right, where to go next? John Stryker-Meyer, you might have heard him on the Jacko podcast. I had his books, but now he sent them signed, and I love signed books. It was very special to me. So if you have not read his books, Across the Fence is this one. He has On the Ground, The Secret War in Vietnam, and SOG Chronicles. So, and also, John, thank you so much for sending that. It means so much to me. Sincerely appreciate it, my friend. All right, what else do we have? Fox Track Forged. Now, JC Crandall out there made this blade for me, like, man, I think before I even had like a Instagram or a newsletter, or before the first book came out even. But this thing is sweet, and check that out. Very cool. Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate it, my friend. Awesome. Bam. All right. Of course, little SIG ammo to go with the new pistol. And Mike Glover down at Fieldcraft Survival. Thank you for sending me this. Awesome. There's a sweet little kit. And he just moved down the road. We have not met up yet because things have been crazy with finishing the fourth book and doing edits and then editing the scripts for the Amazon series and all that sort of thing. But we're going to hang out very soon. So thank you so much for sending this and the tourniquet and tourniquet holder again, because you can never have too many tourniquets. Awesome. All right, Cooley pipes. Look at that, tamper. And check this out. Devil's Hand, Savage Son, True Believer, The Terminal List, and if you can see, Cross Tomahawks on there. So this is just too cool. So thank you so much. Really appreciate this. Amazing. Toyota's a War, one of my favorite sites on Instagram. Little ornament for the tree, so very cool. And look at this, bam, OEM factory original from the UAE. You can't see it, it says Hilux, and I just don't want to take it out of the packaging quite yet anyway, but very cool. We got to hang out a little while ago with my Land Cruiser and do a little walk around and a drive around, so thank you, much appreciated. Bam, Dom, this is sweet. Look at this packaging. I mean, how cool is this? Ooh, American flag right there. So my friend Dom Rasso at Dynamis Alliance has this new blade, SMR, but look at this. There's a magnet in there. How cool is that? Packaging, awesome. You get this, you open this up, talks a little bit about it right there, and then look at that. Hope you can see that on the video. But this thing is sweet. The little tagline for it is hide in plain sight. We got a little blade. So wearing with board shorts, something like that. And then it's a bottle opener, which for me, that'll be probably how it gets used the most. So this thing, awesome. Thanks, brother. There we go. Looking for some Christmas gifts right here. Warrior Kid Field Manual. All right, you guys from Jocko. This is going under the tree, one for each of the kids. Just love what Jocko's doing and his message and everything else, especially when it comes to kids. So, and this is a sweet book. You guys did a great job with this, but awesome. Modern Huntsman, this just arrived. Latest issue today. This is 6. So they are on number 6. And this is just beautiful. I love, this is like, I need to get 2 of each. I need to get 2 of this one, but I need to get 2 of all the others up to this because it is just beautiful. Articles, photographs are just incredible. It's like coffee table quality type thing. And around here, if something's coffee table, it means it can take a beating. So I'm gonna get 2 of these, but Modern Huntsman, check that out. What else? I think we're done with that side. Yes, awesome. Oh, Black Rifle Coffee, thank you guys. The stuff on my website, people have been telling me you need to stock up, restock up. We're taking a little bit of a break for the holidays because it's just me and my wife fulfilling those orders. So my Yeti cups will be back up in the new year, but in the meantime, you can go to Black Rifle Coffee and get theirs. These things are sweet, love them, from Yeti, incredible. And Killcliff, you guys crushed it with this. I have a little bit left in here because I've been working all day and this has been fueling me. This is the Joe Rogan edition, CBD Killcliff, limited edition, right there. And I love all these CBD ones from Killcliff, and especially this last month, refining the 4th novel and getting that ready for prime time. These things have been fueling me up. So thank you. And then they have a partnership with the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is very cool, founded by a SEAL as well. So I have that connection there, which is pretty cool. I just love to see guys get out of the military or law enforcement or from firefighting and just crush it on the outside of their next passion in life. So very cool. They give back, which is awesome. Bam, there we go. Nate the Blade Maker, Nate Summers down in Salt Lake made this tomahawk. So this thing is, look at this. I don't know if you can't really tell probably. There we go, hold it up like that. You probably can't tell how solid this thing is, but this thing is awesome. And gosh, I want to put it in the car and just have it with me all the time. Look at that. I mean, you can't really tell how awesome this thing is from the video. I'll do another picture with it and do some more with it, but this thing is solid. So Nate, dude, thank you so much. This thing is awesome. It means a ton to me, so very cool. Thank you. I did a holiday giveaway recently, not holiday giveaway, a holiday bundle thing recently, just to say thank you to everybody who has supported the novels and has told a friend, and because that's really what made these things a success, is someone taking a risk on a new author and then telling a friend about it. So I put together these holiday bundles that came in something like that. You see the cross tomahawks on there from Daniel Winkler. Thank you, Daniel. Amazing. And I just threw some swag in there. These cool patches. See that? Awesome. A sticker and a signed book plate. And then there were 5 different cards you could have gotten. And if you got the one that looks a little bit like the cover of the book, so it's the only one that has a picture in the background, it's that right there for the Devil's Hand. If you got this one, then I'm sending you this. And this is a paperback edition of Savage Son. And what's cool about this is that in the back are the first 2 chapters of my next novel, The Devil's Hand. So whoever got this one with the picture in the background, you can tell on camera, I'm sending this. You'll be the first 5 people in the country to read the first 2 chapters of The Devil's Hand. So I got smart after the first one. I put the first card, so only 5 of these. There was 1,000 of these. And I put this in someone's, and then I put it in the pile with the rest of them. And then I realized, you know what? That's crazy. Why don't you just take a photo of everybody that got one of these, and when you're done packaging all these up, then just send them this a couple days later. So I did that with 4. So there's 1/5 out there. There's one other person that has this that does not have this on the way yet because I don't know who you are. So if you got that in your bundle, then let me know, and this is coming to you. Let me know, sign up to the newsletter, and then just respond to the automatic email that you get, and let me know, take a picture of that, and let me know, and I'll sign it and send it off to you immediately. So speaking of newsletter, people keep reaching out to me and saying, you're not showing up in my feed on Instagram. And okay, whatever, they're saying shadow banning and all that stuff, and I don't know about that. But probably the best way, if Instagram was to go away tomorrow, if Facebook, Twitter were to go away tomorrow and just disappear for whatever reason, maybe that email list would survive a little longer. So if you want to stay connected, sign up for the newsletter, and we'll stay connected that way if for some reason Instagram goes away, if that's the main way that you engage with me online. So do that. Also, people have been reaching out to me telling me that the terminal list is almost impossible to find in hardback, and that is true. So they're not doing any more printings. I think they did like 8 printings of the terminal list in hardcover, and the ones that are out there are the ones that are out there. And they're definitely harder to find these days. You can still find them, but if you do and you want one, snatch one up, because they're not making it anymore. What they are doing is this. It's called a trade paperback, and I love these things just because they're a little bigger than the regular paperback that comes out first, and it's just a cool way, a little bigger print and all that. So anyway, this is called a trade paperback. It is out there now, and it's one of my favorite ways to read. So Terminal List is out there in this format. Thank you to Dolly's Bookstore. Also, you guys were awesome. They gave me this. And growing up, I collected everything I possibly could about SEALs, about Army Special Forces, special operations in general, about the Central Intelligence Agency, particularly about operations in Vietnam, because growing up in the 80s and early 90s, other than the flashpoints of places like Desert One and Grenada and Panama and Mogadishu, that really, Vietnam was a watershed time in special operations history. So I collected everything there was to collect back then. Of course, with the internet, you couldn't possibly collect it all today, or maybe somebody could, but this is like one of those books that I would have collected back then. And right here, awesome pictures taken by former Navy SEAL. I think he's McTeams, I think 3842, I think, on Instagram. But he took some amazing pictures, and this is a great gift, especially to somebody that's thinking about going in to the military or into the SEAL teams. Photos just tell a story about training in buds that can't be captured that way elsewhere. So very cool. Thank you, Dolly's, for getting me that. And look at this. Boom. SIG Vickers Guide. Thank you guys. Awesome. All signed and everything. Very cool. And I love these slipcases. So you heard me talk about these before, but I have every single one of these, and they are never far from reach as I'm doing the research for the weapon-centric portions of my novels. So the SIG one is out now. They have a new AR edition out now, which is awesome. It has a cover, a slipcase that is tiger stripe. So it's awesome. So this is out there now. All right, what else do I have here? I think we can jump in to the December reading list. So this December, I chose books that had a connection to the holidays and to Christmas. So there's 6. I do these every month, and they're out there on the blog if you want to look at past ones. And right here, look at that. David Morrell created the character Rambo back in 1972. It's never been out of print since. And this is The Spy Who Came for Christmas, which is set where David Morrell lives in Santa Fe. And it's it's a thriller, but rather than being about tactics and weapons and all that, it's really a story of redemption with a story within the story. So this Christmas, David Morrell, amazing man, and now I'm honored and humbled to call him a friend. So this is awesome. Love this book. Perfect for the holidays. All right, Agatha Christie, amazing. So Hercule Poirot, he is probably the most well-known fictional sleuth other than Sherlock Holmes. And for those that think that Agatha Christie is maybe something their grandmothers read, well, that's probably true, but they're also incredible. If you have not picked these up, I mean, they're quick reads, most of them, pick this up at Christmas, because this one is a holiday-themed mystery, Christmas-themed mystery. So very good, especially if you're an author or a writer, a student of the thriller genre, or the mystery genre in this case. You definitely have to spend some time with Agatha Christie. She has sold more books than anyone out there. 2 billion, yes, with a B, and a billion in English and a billion in translated into other languages. So she was doing something right. So check that out. All right, Wooden, Coach John Wooden. This is not a Christmas book, but I included it in the December reading list because it is a heartfelt and thoughtful gift to anyone, friends, family, coaches, mentors, students, teachers. This is an incredible book of wisdom, and for parents, it's such a cool thing to do, is to get this and, well, give it to your kids this Christmas, but also sit down and read one of these a night. You don't have to read a chapter, you just read one tiny little entry right here. And take those lessons, internalize them, think about them, and then apply them. And we'd be much better people and a better country if everybody were to read this book and internalize the message from Coach John Wooden. So very cool. And one of the things that stayed with me from this book is something that his dad passed along to him, and he said, "Make each day your masterpiece." So make each day your masterpiece, and stayed with me, and just so cool. So, great gift for the holidays. A Christmas Memory, Truman Capote. And if you've seen me do this before, you know I have In Cold Blood on my past reading list. And Truman Capote is just one of the most fascinating authors of the 20th century. But this one, I read this in 6th grade, and gosh, I mean, just talking about it might get me emotional. But A Christmas Memory, pick this up, read it, put away the phones, put away everything the electronic distractions, and just spend some time with this story. You can read it in just well under an hour. And it's just it just stayed with me, and I highly recommend this as well. All right, Hatchet. Another one that is not a Christmas book, but it's as a gift, especially to a younger reader, and this is a 20th anniversary edition. It's hardcover. I gave this to each one of my kids, along with, you guessed it, boom, a Hatchet. Yep. So I give them one of these, bam, and yeah, this one's a little smaller. So our little guy right there, boom, bigger one right there, Hunter's Axe. So I gave them this book, gave them a hatchet. We would run chapter a night here, and then went outside and learned how to cut kindling with this and build a fire. So kind of a cool thing to do, kind of a cool gift to give to the kids this holiday season. So bam, Hatchet, Gary Paulsen, amazing. All right, this one, very special. David Morrell, again, he's been on the list before for those of you that have followed me with Brotherhood of the Rose and The Successful Novelist, and there'll be more in the future, of course, but The 100-Year Christmas. And this thing is so cool. So he went to bed on Christmas Eve in 1981, and then woke up Christmas morning and had the idea for this book. And it tells the story of Father Christmas, Father Time. Father Christmas lives for 100 years, Father Time lives 1 year. So Father Christmas, each and every year, sees his friend grow old and die. It sounds morbid. It's a fable that will speak to you in different ways depending on your situation in life when you read this. So anyway, highly recommend reading this book, getting this one. It's a collector's edition right here that David sent me for Christmas last year, and I'll read it every Christmas for the rest of my life. So David, thank you so much. Incredible. Thank you for sharing your gift with the world. Let's see. That might be it. Awesome. All right. Hey, thank you guys so much for all your support this year. It was a crazy year, of course, 2020. And let's kick it to the curb and crush 2021. So looking forward to it. And thank you for sharing this journey with me. And see you in 2021. Take care. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.